Has NATO, the linchpin of Western security since World War II, lost its mojo? This question has been on the minds of many as the geopolitical landscape continues to shift and evolve. NATO, or the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, has been a stalwart defender of democracy and peace, but its role in today's world is being questioned. In the face of rising global tensions and complex political dynamics, the effectiveness of NATO is under scrutiny. There are controversies aplenty. Critics argue that the organization is past its prime, unable to effectively address modern security threats. Others believe that NATO remains a vital force for stability, even as the world around it changes. These diverging viewpoints spark heated debates, fueling uncertainty about NATO's place in the new world order. In the midst of this uncertainty, one thing is clear: the state of NATO and its influence on the Western world is a topic of paramount importance. It's a subject that demands our attention as we strive to understand the forces shaping our world. So let us delve into the recent events that have shaped NATO and the Western world. History is the best teacher, and recent history provides a fresh perspective. Let's rewind the clocks a little and trace the trajectory of NATO in the recent past. The last few years have been nothing short of a rollercoaster ride for the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. In the early months of 2023, we saw a significant shift in NATO's leadership. The appointment of a new Secretary General signaled a potential change in direction. This leadership change, coupled with an increasingly tense global political climate, set the stage for some of the major developments we've witnessed. As we moved into the latter half of 2023, controversies began to surface. A particular member nation's unilateral decision to intervene in a conflict outside the alliance's jurisdiction sparked heated debate. This decision tested the unity of NATO, bringing to the forefront the question of collective decision-making within the organization. In the face of these controversies, NATO made some key decisions that have shaped its current state. First, the organization reaffirmed its commitment to collective defense, a cornerstone of the alliance. This was followed by a renewed focus on technological innovation and cybersecurity in response to the evolving threat landscape. In 2024, NATO found itself at the center of international attention once again. The organization's response to the crisis in Eastern Europe demonstrated its resolve and operational readiness. However, it also highlighted the challenges NATO faces in balancing its commitment to collective defense with the diverse interests of its member nations. These events have undoubtedly shaped the current state of NATO, but the question remains: how? Actions have consequences, and geopolitical actions can shake the world. As we delve deeper, we begin to see the profound impact of the events we've just discussed on NATO and its role in global politics. Let's consider the first event. The repercussions were not confined to the borders of the nations directly involved, but extended to NATO as an entity. It prompted a shift in NATO's strategic posture, compelling it to reassess its priorities and adjust its approach. It's like a game of chess. One move can change the dynamics of the entire game, and this event was a significant move on the geopolitical chessboard. Now, moving on to the second event, it served as a stark reminder of the volatility of international politics. It highlighted the need for NATO to remain adaptable and responsive in the face of unexpected challenges. As a result, NATO's focus has expanded, taking into account a broader range of potential threats and scenarios. The third event underscored the interconnected nature of our world. The ripple effect of this incident was felt far and wide, influencing NATO's policies and strategic planning. It reminded us that in today's globalized world, an event in one corner can have implications in another, and NATO, as a key player in global politics, is not immune to these effects. These events have not only shaped NATO's current stance, but also have implications for its future direction. They have highlighted the need for NATO to maintain its relevance in an ever-changing global landscape, to adapt to new challenges, and to continue playing its crucial role in maintaining international peace and security. The ripples from these events continue to affect NATO and the world. As we move forward, it's crucial to keep an eye on these developments, recognizing that the geopolitical game is ever evolving, and each move on the chessboard can lead to unexpected outcomes. Every story has its characters. In the narrative of NATO, who are the key players? In the complex web of geopolitics, NATO's direction has been significantly influenced by a few key players in recent times. Let's dive into understanding their roles and contributions. In the forefront is the United States, the de facto leader of NATO. With the largest military budget in the world and a pivotal role in the establishment of NATO post-World War II, the US has been instrumental in shaping the alliance's policies and strategic direction. Across the Atlantic, we have France and Germany, two of Europe's most influential nations. France, with its assertive foreign policy, has been a strong advocate for European strategic autonomy within NATO. Germany, as Europe's economic powerhouse, has been a key player in maintaining the balance between European interests and transatlantic solidarity. On the Eastern Front, we find Poland and the Baltic states. Their proximity to Russia has made them crucial players in shaping NATO's collective defense strategy. Understanding their role is key to understanding the alliance's Eastern policy. Turkey, a NATO member since the early 1950s, holds a unique position at the crossroads of Europe and Asia. Its geopolitical significance and occasional divergence from NATO policies adds another layer of complexity to the alliance's dynamics. And let's not forget the United Kingdom. Despite its recent exit from the European Union, the UK remains a significant contributor to NATO, offering a considerable military presence and diplomatic influence. Finally, we must mention Russia. While not a NATO member, Russia's actions have been a defining factor in the alliance's evolution. From the annexation of Crimea to ongoing tensions in Eastern Europe, Russia's role as a strategic adversary has shaped NATO's focus on collective defense. These key players have had a profound impact on NATO's trajectory. Their contributions, whether collaborative or contentious, have defined the current state of the alliance and will continue to influence its future course. The future is a mystery, but speculation is part of the human condition. As we gaze through the lens of current events into the potential future of NATO, we find a kaleidoscope of possibilities, each refracting its own unique set of challenges and opportunities. Let's begin with expert opinions. A consensus among many political analysts suggests that NATO's future could be defined by how it navigates the intricate web of geopolitical dynamics. These include the resurgence of great power politics, the rise of non-state actors, and the proliferation of cyber threats. Some argue that NATO must evolve in its strategies to remain relevant in this ever-changing landscape. Challenges? They are aplenty. The alliance will have to grapple with the increasing complexity of conflict scenarios, which now extend beyond traditional battlefields to the realms of cyber and information warfare. There's also the question of burden sharing among member states, a contentious issue that has long stirred debate within the alliance. But every challenge brings opportunities for growth. NATO, with its collective defense principle, could become the cornerstone of global cybersecurity, pooling resources and expertise to tackle cyber threats. The alliance could also leverage its diplomatic clout to foster dialogue and cooperation, reducing tensions and promoting stability in volatile regions. As for the role of individual member states, they will play a pivotal part in shaping NATO's future. Their commitment to collective defense, their willingness to adapt, and their capacity to forge consensus on contentious issues will be key determinants of the alliance's trajectory. Finally, it's important to remember that NATO's future is intertwined with the broader trends in global politics. From the rise of populism to the shifting balance of power, these macro-level dynamics will heavily influence the path NATO takes. Only time will reveal the future of NATO, but one thing is certain: its role in global politics remains a topic of great significance. What have we learned from our journey through the recent history of NATO? We've journeyed through the complexities of recent events, unraveling the intricate web of geopolitics. We've seen NATO, a robust alliance, grappling with a myriad of challenges. We delved into the timeline from the genesis of conflicts to the crucial turning points. We observed how each event left its indelible mark, shaking the very foundations of the Western world. The impact was not just on the political landscape, but also rippled through economies, societies, and individual lives. We've met the key players, nations steering the course of these events. Their roles, motivations, and actions have been instrumental in shaping the current state of affairs. Each player, a cog in this vast geopolitical machine, contributing to the ever-evolving dynamics. We also cast our gaze towards the uncertain future, making predictions based on current trajectories. The road ahead for NATO and the Western world is fraught with uncertainties, but also possibilities. NATO's story continues to unfold, and as observers we can only watch, analyze, and learn.